I'm Shaquem Holloway.
And I'm Katie Tolbert.
And welcome to Sports Talk with the Georgian. We have an exciting week of sports analysis coming up for you, including signing day for GSU football, men's basketball falling twice this past week, softball successful opening weekend, and women's basketball struggles continue. GSU will be welcoming 23 new signees to the football team, announced by Coach Jeff Monken a week ago today. Katie, talk about some of the Eagles that stood out to you and why.
Well, we had a lot of different positions signed. We had 7 running backs, 6 defensive backs, 5 defensive linemen, 1 kicker, 2 offensive linemen, 1 quarterback, and 1 long snapper. And as all of these players were amazing, 2 players that really stood out for me were Jay Ellison, who is a defensive lineman, and this is crucial for the Eagles because we have a lot of players that aren't coming back, like Brent Russell, for example. So he's going to step up and kind of fill in that role. And then also for those of us who really want a new kicker for the Eagles, Younghoe Koo is a huge asset to our team. He went 32 for 32 on extra points, 6 field goals, 47 touchbacks, and he was named MVP on his senior season alone.
Unfortunately for the men's basketball team, the excitement of signing day didn't spill over, as they fell 91-86 to Appalachian State on Thursday and 71-62 to Western Carolina on Saturday. Katie, what do you think contributed to their struggles this past week?
Well, from what I saw, the main issues for the Eagles was shooting-wise. In the game against App, it was a close game, so it went to overtime. But in overtime, App shot 100% while the Eagles only shot 50%, so that was crucial for them. And in the Western Carolina game, since the start of the game, Western was pressing the whole time. And I think it kind of wore down the Eagles. So in the second half, they only shot 29.6% from the field and 8.3% from the arc. So that was kind of big for them.
That you can't win like that, obviously. Mm-hmm. And with that, we'll be back to talk about an amazing start to the season for the softball team with softball beat reporter Randall Hampton. And we're back with our guest, Randall Hampton. How are you, Randall?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Randall is going to tell us about the softball team's amazing start to the weekend, going 3-1.
Well, the softball team kicked off their 2012 SoCon Championship defense with the win over the St. John's Red Storm. They then played the Akron Zips and the Red Storm one more time, and then they closed out the weekend with the victory over Tennessee Tech. They went 3-1 over the weekend, with the only loss coming to St. John's in an extra inning thriller. We lost by 1 run. Our pitcher, Sarah Purvis, was named SoCon Pitcher of the Week this week, and she was also named SoCon Preseason Pitcher of the Year. She wasted little time in showing us why. She struck out 14 Red Storm batters in the first game.
The softball team is looking strong this season, and we're going to see how good they can do if they can really defend that championship.
Yeah, working on a repeat this year.
And that's all Randall has for us today. We'll be back to talk about women's basketball with Katie. You are back with Sports Talk, and we're going to talk about women's basketball and their loss against the College of Charleston Cougars in a close loss, 65-60. Katie, tell us about that loss and how you think it affected the team.
Okay, well, it started out from Monday. The girls lost against Appalachian State, so that was kind of a very hard loss on the girls. And then the big game against College of Charleston came up. And it was a very close game. The girls only lost by 5 points, but what was crucial in this game is that they gave College of Charleston 20-second chances. And in a game like that, you can't give up those chances.
It's been tough for the Eagles. That's their 4th straight loss, and hopefully Coach Wozab and the girls can turn it around.
Well, wrapping up this week, both men's tennis and women's tennis went 1-1. The golf team placed 7th out of 14 at the SunTrust Gator Invitational, and track and field got several personal bests. If you guys would like to know any more about the sports coming up, you can go to georgian.com.